Hello everyone, I'm your host Jade, and for those interested, I'm an Aries.
Hey everyone, I'm Josh. I'm the other host. I'm a Samantha, an Aquarius. My blood type's unknown. My mother's first name is Julia. I was born on the day of the Janet Jackson wardrobe malfunction at the Super Bowl.
Josh, let's just keep it rolling.
Sorry. Welcome to the first broadcast of our university television station, the 10HA broadcast.
What to expect from today's show is humour, jokes, a university-style wit.
You're going to expect humour and jokes.
Ha ha ha, and originality clearly.
Sorry. Moving on, Noah and Tom will see how far they can stretch $10 at Woolies.
No. And then Jade, me, will be then getting inside people to see what they are listening to in their free time.
And then Josh goes deep in a deep interview with some hosts from 2SER.
The 10HA broadcast will be vivacious, vibrant, twisted, filled to the brim with whimsy.
And I think it'll be just fine. Hopefully good.
Well, I did hear Noah and Tom know where to find a hot deal.
Yeah, that's right. Things between Noah and Tom are about to get spicy.
Trying to get groceries for $10 is impossible.
Well, today, me and Noah take that challenge on. 2 men.
$10.
$20 total.
Groceries.
This is...
Deals in the...
Let's
Might have to flip up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deals in the district.
Yeah, let's do that.
You're watching Deals in the District with Tom McKay, and I'm Noah, and I'm here to give it a shot too. Let's see what we can get for $10 at this anonymous supermarket.
We're looking at absolutely goated stuff. Who gives a crap? Sauerkraut trip. Spoon straws. We found garlic.
I'm really thinking, right, we want to cover all our food groups. Bread, meat, vegetable, the fruit one, and surprise.
Garlic bread. This is $2.10. Put them in the oven. If you have an oven, that's great. If you don't, that really sucks. I'm gonna put this in the bag.
Noah's 3 criteria of grocery: affordability, sustainability, multi-usability. And so that's why I gotta go with carrot, peas, broccoli, stem, and potato. Now, I know what 4 of those are, but that's 5 vegetables, all mixed up. You can pop it in your freezer, it'll last a lifetime for $2.80. It's getting a little cold potato in my hand, so we're gonna... Whoop.
Another mother load, the father load. This is $1.60 for the Pascal flavored Oreos. You will like these. They are good. So we're gonna add one of these to the bag.
Look at these craisins. Dried cranberries. Healthy. You can put them in a cake. We want to go to the $2.75 sweetened and tart cranberries.
You always got to get your veggies in. That's why I say get cherry tomatoes. They're goated and they're $3.20.
We've got a garlic chicken Kiev for, look at that, $1.50. Meat for cheap. Most people say they're above eating dog food.
Oh, dude, they're too good to us. This is $2.77 for a pack of 12 donuts. This is bloody beautiful, and yeah.
No donuts for a boy like me. Oh wait, bready or not, here come bagels. I'm already imagining the chicken Kiev, putting on some steamed veggies, bit of dried cranberry, all on a bagel. Ah, talk about everything bagels.
We got the garlic bread, some Pascal flavored Oreos, fruit in the form of cherry tomatoes. We know it's not a veggie, don't worry, we just got that wrong. Sheep donuts. You can't go wrong, and I'd say this is a pretty good haul. For $9.67, we're pretty happy with this one.
We got the big bag of mixed veggies. Yum, 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 yum. Shelf stable, dried cranberries. It's not the size of the meat, it's how much garlic they can stuff in there. Quick sale bagels. I also said we were going to reach our 5 food groups today. We got bread, we got meat, we got the fruit one, and we got vegetables. But we didn't get the secret one. Well, the 5th food group is the friends you make along the way. And mine's holding the camera.
I didn't have you in my budget, but if you're 33 cents, I'll have you.
I can't believe Noah cost 33 cents. That's a killer deal.
I mean, you can't knock the logic if, that's just how much he's worth.
I'm just chuffed to bits. He's so damn cheap. I might have to buy myself a Noah.
No comment. Well, moving on. Now, a very intelligent young woman now will take us on a journey to find out what the people of Macquarie are listening to. I'm Jade, and for our first ever music segment here on Triple Jade, we are taking it back to the basics by going out to see what songs Macquarie students are listening to today. That's all on Triple Jade. What was the last song that you listened to?
Probably What Did I Miss by Drake.
What are you missing from life, Chris?
I'm missing my free time right now.
Or Go by Chemical Brothers from the new film Apex.
And what makes you just ready to go in the morning?
Not much.
Live Well by Palace, I think.
I think it was Take Me Out, and I think that's by either Franz Ferdinand or the Pigeon Detectives. I can't remember, but one or the other.
It is Franz Ferdinand. I would know as the segment leader of Triple Jade.
Olivia Rodrigo, Drop Dead.
Little Lies by Fleetwood Mac.
And what was the last little white lie that you told?
I reckon it'd have to do with how much I actually studied today.
That is a relatable one for us all.
Pop by Harry Styles in the car this morning.
And what makes you just feel like, gives you that pop feeling?
I don't know, I like a walk in the morning.
Yeah. Love it, pop.
Icy Girl by Saweetie. Feels like I'm ready to go to the club. Yeah, in that mood. Makes me feel motivated.
It was Too Little Too Late by Leve.
1999 by Charlie XCX, on repeat.
And what gives you a bit of 90s nostalgia?
Pearl Jam.
Charlie XCX and Pearl Jam. Does that summarise you in 2 words, Callum?
No.
Subjected to a Beating by Dying Fetus. I'm repping the fit. I'm a massive metalhead. My mate recommended it to me. You can't even really tell what these guys are saying.
Future Breed Machine by Meshuggah. Progressive metal.
Would You Go With Me by Josh Turner.
If you could go anywhere with me, Kate, where would you go?
I would go to the pub and have a drink.
Yes, Kate, it's so on. Okay, and so.
Dancing in the Courthouse by Dominic Fike.
The last song I listened to was Perfect Celebrity by Lady Gaga.
And if you were a celebrity in a dream world, what kind of celebrity would you be?
Definitely a musician or artist of some kind, I reckon. I wish I could sing. Maybe one day.
Rumbling away.
The last song I listened to was by Milo J called Cuando el agua hirviendo. I just like listening to Spanish music, so.
It was So American by Olivia Rodrigo.
What to you makes you feel like, oh gosh, I feel so American right now?
When I'm on public transport on the phone and I'm talking really loud and everyone gives me dirty looks because of my accent.
That's the pop culture updates on Triple Jade.
Thank you, Jade.
Dude, that woman looks just like you.
Well, that was me.
What? No, it wasn't.
It was.
Look, Jade, let's not argue about this, okay? Let's move on, all right? Now, a very handsome man's actually about to sit down with 2SER and ask them the tough questions. Please welcome Josh.
What is 2SER? Can you tell us a bit about it?
So it's a community radio station. A lot of people think it's a student radio station. It's not a student radio station. So it's an education-based community radio station.
Casey, any?
Yeah, a lot of our programming is music-focused.
So how influential then is 2SER in the community radio space?
Pretty well-respected and pretty influential because they've been around since the late 70s. You see plenty of people who go into ABC or SBS or even commercial radio get their start volunteering at 2SER.
Moving on to specifically talking about you guys, how long have you two been involved in 2SER and had an interest in radio?
I've been on for almost a year now. I started in August last year.
And I've been with 2SER for about 2 years now. I started in 2024. I was a producer on the Monday Daily, and then I got moved to the Thursday Drive. I've been presenting to Thursday Drive as my own show since December, but I studied at Macquarie Uni, so I've been around radio stuff, panels, mics, all that good stuff for 4 years.
So Macquarie's been pretty important in fostering sort of your love for radio.
Oh yeah, I just did radio because I really liked music and I liked talking. But it wasn't until I had classes with really incredible tutors, especially Helen Wolfenden, who does the radio classes here at Macquarie. She really inspired my love of on-air live audio content, and they've canned that degree now. So other little girls in Sydney who like to talk and like music won't be able to come to Macquarie Uni and learn that in the future, which makes me sad. Makes me sad for Helen too.
Yeah, well, more on that. Like, why is 2SER losing funds?
Wouldn't we like to all know that?
I didn't hear that 2SER was in jeopardy until I think March this year.
Yes.
That was when it was posted on the news.
Yeah. So September, we learnt that Macquarie Uni are cutting their radio and podcasting degrees, and then March this year was when they were like, yep, we're also pulling out of 2SER. So Macquarie fund 2SER. It's a half and half partnership with UTS. They've pulled their funding for 2SER, meaning that this studio you're in is going to be gone from the radio degree, and the 2SER studio here at Macquarie is going to be gone too.
As far as I know, I heard this from kind of the higher ups at 2SER that Macquarie have kind of always wanted to be out of this partnership, like as long as 2SER has been around.
Macquarie are assholes, and they don't really care about the arts that much. I remember one of my tutors in year 2 of my learning said if Macquarie could just have the money from students, don't have any of the students, and don't have any of the tutors, they just get the money, they would do that. Not actually have any of the learning.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
There was a town hall recently for 2SER with the Dean of Education for Macquarie and for UTS. Oh, not for education, sorry. Dean of Arts. And our Macquarie Dean, Chris someone, he explained it exactly how he meant it, and it was that they couldn't afford it. This is a business. This isn't an education fostering community. This is just, it's like money in and money out.
How did this make you guys feel?
It sucked for me. I hated it.
Super sad. I have a lot of faith lost in a system I really benefited from. I benefited from the learning from Macquarie, and now I feel like I've been just stabbed in the back.
How do you guys feel about, I suppose, the political climate? Do you reckon that has affected the situation in 2SER?
That's a heavy question, and it was not on the list, but I'll think about it.
The political climate. Well, yeah, everyone's poor right now. Everyone's poor. And so I guess if everyone's poor, so is the uni. Their equivalent of not being able to afford groceries is a very different equivalent to I'm like, I can't afford to buy milk. They're like, we can't afford to buy another law building.
I did hear that there have been approaches made to some of these universities. Are they going well, these discussions going well, or any updates on that front?
So we almost had a deal with Sydney University. That's, I think, why we learnt about it so late, because they actually in October learnt that Macquarie was going to be pulling out. They didn't tell us until March, supposedly because Sydney Uni were talking about stepping in partnership with Wollongong or UNSW?
I believe it was UNSW.
UNSW. So it was going to be like a 3-uni deal. But when Sydney pulled out, all the other ones just got scared. And now they're kind of, pun unintended, radio silent.
Will you guys still be continuing with 2SER with this whole UTS situation?
I'm going down with the ship.
Yeah, same here.
Do you think there's any hope that Macquarie could come back?
No!
If you guys could have one thing to say to Macquarie, what would you say?
Students matter, learning matters, music matters, and so does radio.
Wow, that was very insightful. I found that interviewer to be quite fascinating to listen to. He seemed very intelligent with his answers, and what he chose to ask, powerful stuff, don't you think, Jade?
I mean, it was you, Josh.
No, it wasn't. That's like saying the girl who hosted Triple Jade was you.
Well, I mean, it was me.
No, it wasn't. We're right here sitting on this couch. How could that have been you?
Well, I have something to tell you, Josh. We're just in a simulation.
What? Really?
No, please bore someone else with your questions.
Was that a Devil Wears Prada quote? Oh my god, I love that movie. Meryl Streep can do anything. To me.
Oh, okay. Well, Stanley Tucci is my hear me out.
We've got a problem. Noah said he's running late to the Devil Wears Prada 2 review.
Whatever for?
Because he has nothing to wear.
Tell him to send me a photo of what he's wearing.
He asked AI to recommend him what to wear, and it looks really shit.
How garish.
He says,
I don't like blue. I don't like the blue. Oh, it's really shit. I don't like the blue. Fuck.
Hamish, draft me a reply. What you don't know is that that's not just blue. Those boardies are not turquoise, they're not lapis, they're cerulean. And you're also blithely unaware that in 2002, Target had a collection of cerulean blue shirts. It was then Kmart and Co Home Brand, I believe, that did a collection of cerulean blue hats. Cerulean was then quickly spotted in over 8 different Haymarket stores, which then filtered down to op shops, till it finally trickled down to some sad and tragic corner store where you most definitely found it in the clearance bin.
I didn't get that last bit about like everything from the second cerulean. Could you run that back again?
Oh, whatever, it doesn't matter anyway, it's all been done before. Besides, I'm gonna get him in red. I've already got something in mind.
What do you got?
Chloe, is this real Prada? Because it feels a little scratchy.
I mean, Noah, you were the one that's like, oh, I don't like blue, I don't look good in blue. And besides, I think it's pretty relevant for our upcoming Devil Wears Prada 2 review.
Oh, that's why I'm dressed like that. I was so confused. But speaking of, what a film! You know, Meryl Streep returning for what is for her a pretty rare sequel and delivering such a powerhouse performance.
I'd have to agree. I absolutely love her speech on the rise of social media and the fall of print. Blah. Very relevant writing.
You know, it hits close to home. Those who have been tuned in will know that our local community radio station 2SCR is under threat. Who's next? Us, the 10HA broadcast? Grape Shot, the local magazine? I submit my poems there, Chloe.
You're so right with that, but I don't think they're going to let it happen. As we know, Anne Hathaway in this one, her performance of Andy, showed us that she was able to ultimately save the runway by using something AI could never replicate. That one is human connection.
And speaking of real human connections, BJ Novak takes a terrifying turn as he plays a tech mogul AI bro.
Absolutely, I think it was a scarily accurate performance as well. I've recently had an encounter with an AI bro who asked me, hey Chloe, aren't you so excited for AI to replace your job and make the filmmaking process easier? So I say, no, the whole point of filmmaking is the process. And I think that the Devil Wears Prada 2 film very much understands that.
Yeah, they had that AI-generated meme of Meryl Streep, or Miranda Priestley.
Yeah.
But they actually got a real human artist to create it just by mimicking the AI style. And I think that really shows a respect for a craft that I find very admirable. It's definitely one of my favourite parts of the film.
For sure. And speaking of favourite parts, I'd like to say I love the scene where Andy complained to her love interest about how you can't just gut and rip humanity out of the arts. Just like they shouldn't be gutting art degrees.
Luckily, that's not happening anywhere nearby. Now, I did have one pretty major critique of the film, Chloe.
What would that be?
Well, I think my expectations might have just been a scooch too high. Because I was hoping we'd get a scene where where Andy turns to Miranda and says, "You're like a devil dressed in Dior." And then Miranda, very calmly, but with some sass, also turns around and says, "Oh, honey, the devil wears Prada too."
And on that, guys, overall, I'd love to give this film a fuck AI out of 10 because human art will always exceed the quality of generated slop.
And I'll give it 4 beers out of 6, because that's how many deep I was in the theatre.
Thank you guys so much for watching this quick film review.
And now it sure is hot in hell. But what about back up there? Let's pass it on back up to Jade for the weather.
Brr, it's getting cold in here. There must be some snow in the atmosphere. Winter is coming. Perisher received its first snowfall this year on March 26, with 5 centimetres of snow covering the resort areas. This early autumn dusting arrived during a cold snap in late March, setting an early positive tone for the upcoming season. Now, if you want to take advantage of this lusciously promising season coming up, I introduce to you Cub Ski. Cub Ski is a combined university board and ski club. They do a trip on July during the 12th to the 16th. Here is the snowcam footage of the forecast during those dates last year. Now, no matter what uni you're a part of, you can meet like-minded people that want to take advantage of all the seasons New South Wales has to offer. Plus, everything is included. Plus, bottomless alcohol if you like to party, or après-ski, as they call it in the scene. Now, you may be thinking, this sounds great, but I've never been to the snow, I don't know really where to start. Well, Cub Ski has a partnership deal of $20 for 2 beginner lessons. To put it into perspective, 1 adult lesson alone at Perisher goes for $113. So you are already saving $206 as doing it as a beginner by doing it through Cub Ski. Trust me when I say that is a bargain. Okay, now back to you, Josh and Jade.
Jade, that other woman looks just like you as well.
Yeah, it's so weird.
It
huh?
is.
So weird.
It is weird. Well, I think that's all for today, you know. Thanks for having me over, Jade. I've really enjoyed hanging out.
Yeah, well, Josh, you're one of the hosts. Like, you'll be coming back next week. I mean, if they let you.
Oh, right, okay. Sorry.
Well, your favourite Ginger and I will catch you next time.
Hey, well, I'm actually strawberry blonde. Please don't, like, you know.
I meant Garfield.
Oh.
Well, see you later, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.